Behold, Fashion Frame Fridays. So this week we have a slightly unorthodox edition because Twitch Prime with Prime promotion has revealed itself. So I used Frost Prime in some videos this week, but I know a lot of you also are getting Frost Prime right now because of the Twitch Prime with Prime promotion. If you want to learn more about that, I made a whole video about it, how you can get a free Frost Prime. Check that out in the description. But I thought I'd give you a Frost Appearance. So here it is. This is a combination of the Grost skin, which is Tenogen, and a very, very beautiful skin, especially on the back. Gives you some really, really nice metallics, and the normal Prime helmet, and the Riv Elite feet. Now, I think Frost looks really iconic and just cool, especially his legs. I don't know, they're really weird, but I like them on his own. So I like to just emphasize his appearance and his very flashy attacks instead of going crazy on his appearance. I don't know, I like his default shoulder armor too. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and I'm actually going to show you what the abilities look like with this color, which is pure black. So on to colors. These are both pure black, this and the energy color. Now the energy color is pure black because when you create a snow globe, which is Frost 3, where he like protects people, it gives you cover, that will have a sort of flurry effect in it. And if you make it black, the flurry effect is basically gone, and if you're inside it, that's a godsend because you can see much more easily what's happening around you. So to reduce visual clutter, I highly recommend that you pick black energy color. It also looks cool, like with his, you'll see it looks cool with his other abilities. Colors are exactly the same for the non-existent Syandana and the attachments, the legs. And then this sigil I have on my chest is a pure black version of the Labyrinth sigil from Cephalon Suda, lined up with these 3 dots on my chest. I don't know why, I just think those dots are awkward and ugly, so I wanted to hide them as best as possible with this sort of sigil. It also looks like a snowflake, so go figure. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple appearance. Again, keep his default shoulders. You can see he comes with Frost Prime armor. Just keep that. I like the smoke, and it fits with the rest of his appearance. Keeps him nice and pared down, makes him look hardy and badass. So again, we are going to jump into a mission really quick with Prime details toggled on. This is what it looks like with them off. Not really different. And just show you what the abilities look like. In fact, we can just use Captura. So again, it's pretty important to have your snow globe not reduce visibility too much. So I think that's pretty nice. Now, as well as being able to show off the new Frost Prime that you might be able to get really, really easily with Prime Twitch Prime promotion, I'm also going to be lucky enough to show off the new Earth capture rooms. Now you can get these from containers on Earth, so if you bust open all the boxes on Earth, you might have a chance to get these. They seem relatively rare. I got all 3 of them as a Warframe partner, and that's fantastic because I really, really wanted them. And I'll be showing off lots of stuff in these because they're really, really pretty. They're also really big, so that's very, very helpful. Like the Inaros tomb scene is pretty big. That's nice. Barrow had that pretty recently. Speaking of Barrow, if you're going to TennoCon or you have a digital pass, you will be able to get anything Barrow has ever had, so you can get that Inaros tomb scene video. So anyway, let me show you. This is what Snow Globe looks like with pure black energy. As you can see, there is no visual clutter inside the Snow Globe that is noticeable. It's just clear, and then when you jump out of it, it's like that. And personally, I think that's just much more easy on the eyes, so go figure. Also note you can destroy snow globes by shooting them with your 1, which is nice. And then your 4 still looks like snow. I mean, it doesn't make the abilities like not look like snow, so I think it's better to just keep it visually sparse. Again, that looks, like black ice, which I think is cool looking. So go figure. That's what all that looks like. I highly recommend it. And the new Earth, remastered Earth tile sets look really, really pretty. So go ahead and try to get those from rare crates on Earth. Good luck. And now we will show the Vauban fashion from last week. So it was really popular. I showed the Vauban fashion that I showed this week last week as well, but it was extremely popular. I got like 5 or 6 separate comments that all got upvoted a lot about how cool they thought the Vauban appearance was. This was actually a suggestion from Mokofi, a very frequent user and collaborator on my channel, and it's a fantastic appearance, I agree. So I'm going to show it again because people seem to really like it. I've switched in the Harrow Noble animation because I just think it looks really cool, but it does look a little bit silly with this gun. Go figure, deal with it. So This is the Vauban Appearance. So it's the Suppressor skin, which is also Tenogen. I'm sorry, all these skins are Tenogen. They're just really pretty, and that's how it looks so unique. Like, that's what's different about it. We've got the Suppressor helmet. Makes Vauban look a lot more pared down instead of like intense and hulking, which I thought was kind of a contrast to his engineering aesthetic, which is one reason I like this customization so much. Now, Mokofi had the tertiary color as purple, but I decided to pick a sort of weird blue that I think looks kind of like mech mechanically from Tenno palette, which is something I got kind of recently, so I highly recommend that blue, but you can just use whatever, blue or purple or something. And this accent color is a cool sort of warmish gold, which I think is kind of nice, a good in-between between rose gold and prime gold. And then we have traditional Zandi pants orange as the energy color. Now, I was considering making it like a yellow sort of color. Yeah, I kind of like that. Anyway, I'll think about it a little more. But you could do a lot of energy colors here. Just remember, Vauban's energy effects are pretty loud, so you don't want to go for something too crazy because you're going to hurt your eyes and everyone else's. And then we have the full Riv Elite Guard set. The only difference here with colors is that we've swapped out the blue for a red. This is a blood red. You can get it here. There's a lot of dupes for it in Halloween and Valentine, but I think it's a lot more likely you have Classic Saturated. So yeah, for a little bit of accent, I think that adds a lot of character to the appearance, so you definitely don't want to make this the same. Like, this is a very good example of how putting a slightly different color on your accessories can give a nice accent to the appearance. Pretty nice. And then for the Syandana, we have the Officium, which is also Tenogen, but lots of Syandanas look good with this skin. In fact, why don't we take this opportunity to show off the Syandana you can get from the Prime with Prime promotion, which I also got as a Warframe partner, to show you all a little early, although it's not early anymore. So that's what that looks like. Yeah, it actually looks kind of okay with this skin. It adds a little bit of that gray to the front. It looks like we're gonna have to pare down this color a little bit. Maybe go to like, not 4, not 6, but 8, even further to 10, 12. No, that's too far. Maybe like that. Yeah, that meshes a little bit better, matches the front. Yeah, great. Okay, so here's the Vistapa Prime Syandana. You get this as well as Frost Prime for free if you sign up for Prime Access, or you do, I mean, Twitch Prime, and you can do a free trial, you could whatever. Again, I made a video about that in the description, go check that out. And it looks pretty cool. It's nice, it's like subtle coattails, and I think it has fine physics. I really like these arcs of metallic. Anyway, I talked about this in that video, so I won't go over it too much, but it looks pretty nice when you move around. It's got good physics. It looks good with bullet jumps, which is important to me. And I don't know, it just looks like tassels. Like, it's something you might wear as a decorative element, as a Tenno, I imagine, on your Warframe. So, go figure. One last thing, make sure not to toggle Prime Details on, because it looks really weird. It's interesting, you get this big sort of phallic thing and this incredibly ugly looking collar with this skin. Like, it can look cool with the normal Prime, but like, it's just weird otherwise. I mean, again, if you take like, this is like normal Vauban, although squatting a little funny, but anyway. So that's what that looks like. That's what this appearance is. I hope you enjoyed it. We didn't really get any new cosmetics this week besides the access to the Vistapa Prime Syandana, but we did actually get access to a very important cosmetic that I'm going to talk about before we leave. So there's a Prime Vault pack. It's the Mag and Rhino thing, and in it you get access to something called the Targus Prime armor. Now, this is really popular, and I don't have it. You should check out other channels. I'll leave a link to a video that has it in the description. But it's pretty cool looking. So if you really want this pack, which again, I don't really recommend it. I feel like half the stuff is pretty useless, but then Rhino is really good, so go figure. And Boar Prime can be good as a status weapon. Anyway, I'm not going to go over the whole thing now, but that armor does look really cool. So if you're interested in it, you know, like, definitely give that a look. I'll try to leave some appearances of it in the description so you can see it. But I definitely don't think it's a good reason to buy the whole pack, and I'm not going to get it because of that, because not all of you will have it. If I make appearances with it, it's literally impossible to get unless this pack is out, so I probably won't get it. But yeah, great. Okay, that's all I really have to say. Right after this video comes out, I'm going to be streaming. So, in fact, you might have seen a little thing in the like bottom left corner of the YouTube video that says like, I'm streaming now. If you click that, that'll take you there, but there's also a link in the description. So go check out my stream. We're going to stream tons tons of ducat farming because there's going to be that barrow that has everything he's ever had. It's going to be sick. Come out and check it out. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any questions about this appearance, let me know. Next week we're covering Harrow. It's going to be sick, and there'll be Tennokan. Goodbye.